So good afternoon, wiffle ball fans, and welcome to the 2015 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament Championship game. And it's a repeat of last year between the fifth-seeded and defending champion Staten Island Yankees. They will be the visitors on the scoreboard. They will bat first, and the third-seeded Jackhammers of Braintree, Mass, who were the runner-ups a year ago. I'm Bruce Mosley, and alongside Jack Healy. The Jackhammers reached the title game for the third time in 4 years with wins in the quarterfinals over the Crusaders 9-3. The Spartans right here, you just saw Little Fenway 6-3. And the Staten Island Yankees, ouch, I said that word. Staten Island 11-6 winners over Hot Dam. Eliminated Hot Dam, then knocked off the top seed, held off the top seed 4-3. The Buckners 4-3 in the semifinals down at Little Wrigley. Glad to have you aboard here on PAC Network, the official and exclusive home of the 2015 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament. Both teams, veterans. Jack, you got the young versus the old, the Jackhammers, the youth against the experience. But these guys won the title 3 years ago themselves, and we have two of the last three champions right here on the field.
And this is a repeat of last year, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
A rematch, and of course Staten Island won that. Staten Island's won 2 championships here. They won last year, of course, looking for their second straight, third overall.
And Jackhammers looking for their third championship. They won in 2008 and 2012.
Sportsmanship award, a nice memory of Tommy Long. It's great some of the players have done this all tournament long.
Leadoff hitter will bat left in honor of Tommy Long. And, of course, Staten Island, number 7 on their jersey is for Tommy Long, not Mickey Mantle. First pitch from Tim Harrington. About to come. 3 umpiring crew. Tom Lewandowski behind the plate. It's a strike in the first pitch. Tim Harrington on the mound. Behind the plate for the Jackhammers is Justin Quinn. This one's popped towards center. Right there is Joe Goggin for the putout. For the first out quickly here, now Joey Rigotti steps in for Staten Island.
Joe Goggin. All right, one down. Joe Rigotti, the batter.
Rigotti.
Tremarco hit a grand slam in the quarterfinal game here.
Yeah, he did.
In fact, 2 grand slams. There was Tremarco hit one, and also O'Hara hit one.
O'Hara, last year's MVP, has been a home run threat the last 2 years. Staten Island, the daring base running.
Breaking ball from Harrington in there for the call.
Probably
strike.
daring base running, always going the extra base, making you throw the ball. But home runs have been key to Staten Island the last 2 years, particularly with O'Hara, who's the on-deck hitter. Tough call on the MVP for this year's tournament. Pat O'Connor asked me for a little input. I couldn't think of one for a minute. Rigotti, though, makes a bid, and he goes yard. And Staten Island with a home run here in the first.
Well, let's put it this way. It comes down to this game.
Yes, it does.
We'll be able to, it's not like the Stanley Cup.
Right, right.
You can say it's one game.
Well, losing players have had a few MVPs in this tournament. Here's John O'Hara. Been a home run hitter along the way. Dan French, the Crusaders pitcher in 2013, losing pitcher in the final against the Beef, was the most valuable player. Same with Tad Skelly in 2011 for the Blue Bulls. Of course, Tad Skelly hit about a dozen homers during the weekend. Tad Skelly, I remember the Hot Dam in the semifinals intentionally walked him, which you'd never see in this.
Well, actually, I take it back. It is we can have the MVP over the whole tournament,
yes.
But yet on the other hand, if we can't decide,
yeah, when in doubt,
go for the one
tiebreaker
game.
here. Yeah. And O'Hara draws the one-out walk. 1 run already in on the home run by Rigotti. Joey Rigotti. Now here's Eric Long coming to the plate. Number 5.
Breaking ball from Harrington in there for the call strike.
Pitcher's working quickly, of course.
Quickly 0-2 is the count.
Jackhammers without Brian Talbot, who injured himself playing softball this previous week. Still earned the 2020 wristband and the pink wristband. Repeat.
Lifts it out towards left field. Nicely played out there in left center by Joe Goggin.
Joe Goggin, who we found out is one of the Braintree High School baseball coaches, state champion Braintree High School baseball coaches. During the break with the catch in center. And here's Alan Rigotti at the plate, the right fielder wearing number 11 for Staten Island. A lot of repeat players. Rigotti, Allen with the green armband, commemorating 2020 as well. Just missed Justin Quinn on the plate.
Up out of the crouch quickly. No play.
Thanks for joining us here. Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament Championship game. And Travis is here somewhere, yeah, behind home plate, up behind home plate by our cameraman Stevie McAllister. Big swing and a miss for the strikeout.
Staten Island puts up
one run on the hit, the home run by Alan Rigotti. Or Joey Rigotti, beg your pardon. So Staten Island picks up a run. Braintree-based Jackhammers coming to bat, named after their Craig Shattuck's brother Jack, who is the spinal cord injury and paralyzed. But Jack is here. He's been here all tournament. He's right to our right.
You know, you said Staten Island, that word you don't like to mention, but
I don't like to mention.
We actually got through a whole
New York Penn League game.
New York Penn League game without.
We called them the Baby Bombers a lot. That's their alternate nickname. Craig Shattuck leads it off, the shortstop for the Jackhammers. Final game here. We've been here all weekend. Glad to have you aboard, those watching us on PAC Network. And thanks to Adam Polgreen for donating his time this weekend. I think his son Sam had a little bit of fun this weekend up here, like a lot of people. Daughter Allie also played Bad News Batters, both of them. Missing the plate is Tyrone, now 3-1. Shattuck looking to get aboard. But he's going to touch them all as he goes over the screen. Leadoff homer for Craig Shattuck, and we've got a 1-1 tie, one batter into the bottom half of the first.
So far, the leg up on the MVP, Joey Rigotti and Craig Shattuck.
Shattuck has had some big hits for the Jackhammers along the way. Comes over, high fives his brother, his dad. And Rivers singles down, gets a base hit down the line. So two batters in, one run and one on for Joe Goggin. Goggin takes ball one from Joe Tyrone. Goggin goes the other way, and the ball is kept in the ballpark. Heck of a play by Alan Rigotti, Jack, to rob him of a home run.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he couldn't catch it, but he slapped it away.
In the sun as well. Yeah, he kept it in play. Runners at first and second as Goggin went the other way. And here's Sean Talbot at the plate, the third baseman. Rocking the Star Spangled Banner shorts. Bounced in there, count now 1-2. Tom Lewandowski behind the plate. We'll get to the other umpires. Three-man crew here for the final. Dave Lamont down the left field line. You guys sees the third base umpire. Ben Burns on the first base. This one's hit deep to right. Sun is trouble, but Rigotti makes the catch for the first out. So Rigotti busy, retires Talbot in right field. Now here's Keith Lydon at the plate. Apologize for Keith that we mispronounced his name first few games.
Kevin Lyden now stands in with runners at first and second and 1 out.
The scenery here is just spectacular.
Yeah, especially here with the sun at this time of night.
Must be unbelievable here during the foliage.
It really is. It really is. There's no question about it. As the 1-2 coming, bounces it 2-2 now on Lyden. Tom Fratto to follow. Goes to the box. Tyrone gets the easy runner. Easy out at first. Jack, I think he might have added just as easy play at the force at third, but he went right to first.
He does field his position well. There's a little discussion between Tyrone and his third baseman, Joey Rigotti.
Tom Fratto at the plate. Fouls it off.
But he does field the position well. That was, I mean, even though he might have been able to go to third, he made a nice throw to first.
He did.
He at least got an out.
And Fratto takes him deep to left field. 3-run jack for Tom Fratto, the 2013 MVP. He goes deep, 3-run homer, second of the inning for the Jackhammers, and they take a 4-1 lead. Well, it's been Earl Weaver wiffle ball for the Jackhammers. They all come over to slap five with their captain, Jack Shattuck, who is sitting to our right. Colin Bagley at the plate. Or excuse me, Matt Bagley. It's Colin Benelli, who's also was on the Jackhammers. Bagley, nice play by the left fielder O'Hara, robbing Bagley of a base hit. But they pick up 4 on a pair of home runs. Solo shot by Craig Shattuck and a 3-run blast by Tom Fratto to take a 4-1 lead after 1 inning of play.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen the games that you have because I've only been here today. But O'Hara has been great in the field and also had that grand slam in that quarterfinal game, as I mentioned. I mean, he's been terrific.
Yeah, big hits, too. Timely hits, too, for John O'Hara.
Dennis Harvey, his son Andrew is doing the scoreboard remote. Music DJ is Caroline Rose. Doing the rosters.
Tim Gendron acknowledges the volunteers here at Little Fenway.
Pat Network, cameraman Steve McAllister, umpires Tom Lewandowski, Ben Burns, Dave Lamont, and Larry Rieger. And your announcer, the voice of Little Fenway, Bill Livingstone. Thank you.
Acknowledging the volunteers. All volunteer army here at the Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament. And leading off for Staten Island, Tim Long, their catcher. Fouls this one at the plate for strike 1. Woody Woodford to follow for Staten Island.
Carlton Fist's number fell off.
Uh-oh.
Breaking ball from Tim Harrington in there for the
Who'd have thought in 1981 he would be retired by the Red Sox?
That is crushed down the left.
That one, base hit there by Tim Long. He drilled that one to left.
We're talking about the retired numbers. I saw it hanging down earlier. I guess it just couldn't hang on.
That home run bladder, the fake home run anyway, robbed by Rigotti before before Fratto went deep. Batter is Woody Woodford, DH for Rich Colburn, playing at first, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Harrington. And Matt Long to follow here, the shortstop. Somebody called Joe Tyrone Broadway Joe Tyrone, but Broadway's not on Staten Island. It'd be either Victory Boulevard Joe or Forest Avenue Joe. Got him with a changeup for strike 3. Second strikeout, Matt Long. And here comes Joe Tyrone. A personable Joe Tyrone. Tim Harrington dealing. 2 outs, run around first. Both teams play the infield somewhat in. That's the way they can make the throw to retire the runner at first. Right back to the box. Harrington shovels it to Fratto and retires Tyrone. And after the lead single, they go 1, 2, 3. After 1.5, it's Jackhammers 4 and Staten Island 1. Other thanks here, the partners at sponsors. Just take a look at the ads here. JetBlue, and then in right field, Exos Bionics, Vermont Tent, Bolton Valley Resort this year, new Dunkin' Donuts. We love them. People's United Bank, the Bosley family really likes them. That's where my wife works. Positive Tracks matched the 35,000. Merrill Lynch, Mountain Transit, and JetBlue Airways again. Big swing and a miss by Tim Harrington, the pitcher, who leads off the second. Call it strike 2. So Tyrone, who gave up the 2 homers, he's been known to settle down after a big inning. Harrington pops this one up. Colburn can't see it.
That sun must be pretty tough on the right side.
Right above us, yeah. Looking right above us, yes.
Yeah.
Just like the real Fenway, big Fenway.
Yeah.
The right side. Tyrone misses outside. Count 1 and 2.
You corrected yourself, big Fenway, because this is real.
Yes, it is. Over to second, and he shovels it to Colburn. That was making the play Tremarco, and Harrington's retired. 4-3. Justin Quinn, the catcher, now steps in for the Jackhammers. First at bat, number 9 hitter. I did bring one of my scorecards with me, Jack, and they all fit, where usually they can run the order 12 deep. Everybody plays here at Little Fenway and Little Wrigley, Little Field of Dreams. Two and 1. Tyrone works quickly. Everybody works quickly here. Over to short, on to first, in time for the out. Hustling down there is Quinn. Back-to-back ground outs here to open the second. 2 quick outs. Top of the order, Craig Shattuck. Shattuck homered his first time out. Solo shot. Led off the game for the Hammers by going deep. Inside. No hit by pitches, of course. In attendance up behind home plate, Travis Roy. Travis, busy weekend. Started off, Jack, with the other Jack Parker, making his first appearance here at Little Fenway. A tremendous evening.
Yeah, and I think you were the one that told me he was coming. And also, I did see the interview with him the other night.
WCAX?
Yep.
Yeah. Him and Travis. Yeah.
Yep, Travis as well.
Rivers, the batter, with Shattuck at first. Rivers singled and scored on the Fratto home run. Jack Parker, first time, really loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it up here. We loved having him. And it was really neat to see, first time here, and really neat to see his former player, Travis Roy, showing him around. Really proud of the fact that, Coach, this is what I've done the last 14 years.
Yeah.
And you could see that great smile on Travis's face the whole time. And big smile on Jack's face. We did have him. We interviewed him here on the on Pack Network during the game after that, or during that game, the celebrity sponsor game. He didn't play in it. He just threw out the first pitch. Full count. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. Oh, he did get a piece. Beg your pardon. Foul tip. Tyrone looking for his first strikeout. Doesn't get it here. This goes to the shortstop. They go to second. Can't make the play. And reaching is Rivers.
2 on, 2 out. Joe Goggin stands in for the Jackhammers.
Joe Goggin now steps in. He's singled to right, robbed by a home run by Alan Rigatti. Oh, a heck of a play there by the second base. Vinny Tremarco taking a base hit away, probably saving a run.
That could have actually been a home run.
Rising again. Goggin went the other way.
Yeah, in wiffle ball, the second baseman could
Yeah.
rob a home run because that was rising.
The second score remains 4-1.
So they leave 2 in the second. We go to the third, and here's Jack Healy for the next 3 innings.
All right, Bose, the championship of the 2015 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament at Little Fenway. Staten Island coming up in the top half of the third. Top of the order, Vinny Tremarco, the second baseman. Now, how many times do you see a great play in the field?
And there he is.
He leads off the next inning. Had a grand slam in the quarterfinal played here at Little Fenway. Of course, then went on to win the semifinal game over Buckner's.
It's a 1 in 9 chance that could happen, 11%.
Yep. Yeah, I know the odds are really a lot greater than you think. Knocked down by the third baseman. On is Tremarco. Joey Rigotti, who got Staten Island on the board in the first with a home run, is back up. Rigotti, the third baseman, top of the third, 4-1, Jackhammers.
Big number this weekend, though, Jack, is $520,000.
It is just unbelievable.
Pushes the 14-year total to close to $3.5 million. It wasn't too long ago we were celebrating the first million.
Yeah, and almost in one
bang,
time.
2.5
at
more,
least halfway,
and
yeah.
a couple more years.
It's just unbelievable.
Strikeout Rigotti.
Rigotti is out, and here's John O'Hara, who's been, in the games I've seen, he's been terrific in the field, and he had a grand slam in the quarterfinal victory earlier here at Little Fenway. And I refer to the quarterfinal game because that game we had here at the PAC Network is nice play by the pitcher. Harrington, the pitcher, they're 2 down.
There's one of those short pop-ups we say a lot. The pitchers who come in and the catchers that in the circle get a lot of play. You have to be very quick.
Here's Eric Long up with 2 down, runner at first. As I say, I keep referring to the game here because that's the game we had on the PAC Network. It's only going to miss as the semifinal game for Staten Island played at Little Wrigley. Knocked down by Harrington, and the final out there, even though there was a play at third, but the final out. That does it for Staten Island in the top of the third, and we go to the last of the third, and the Jackhammers have a 4-1 lead. Sean Talbot will lead it off for the Jackhammers in the last half of the third inning. Sean Talbot, the third baseman. I mentioned this several times, Bose.
All right, here we go, bottom of the third inning.
I've come here for the last 4 or 5 years or so, and
Talbot stands in for the Jackhammers.
I tell people that the pictures don't do this place justice. It's just awesome when you see it in person. You know, you come up the road, it's like when you were a kid at the other Fenway. Deep to right, gone right off the facade of the roof of the bench in the bullpen. Sean Talbot with a solo homer.
Twice
The
they've led.
Jackhammers up 5-1.
Yeah, twice in the 3 innings they led off with a solo homer, and Prado finished it off in the fourth with a 3-run shot. Third homer for
Kevin Lydon pops it to his shortstop.
Kevin Lydon, first pitch, pops it out to the shortstop, who makes the play. Matt Long, 1 down.
Brings up Tom Prado to bat.
Prado hit a 3-run homer.
Okay, go ahead, Thomas.
5-1, Jackhammers take the lead. A solo homer by Sean Talbot. Pitch to Fratto. And he draws a walk.
Respect there.
Here's Matthew Bagley.
Matthew Bagley's better.
Yeah, you made the point, both teams, and of course they're in the championship, so they know how to play the infield. They're all in. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, but they do get the force at second. And
almost had the turn there, yeah. Bagley.
Bagley. Tim Harrington, the pitcher, comes up.
Harrington, the pitcher, up to bat.
But that cuts the angle down so you can make the play at the bases easier, especially at first. 2 down, runner at first. Similar to what you might play in softball.
Yeah, it is.
Ball is loose down the first base line.
Fair ball. He beats it out. Tremarco was trying to let it roll foul, and he just had to pick it up there. Just to keep the runner Bagley at second base.
Here's Justin Quinn to the plate. Runners at first and second, 2 down for the Jackhammers. A run in here in the last of the third. It's 5-1 Jackhammers here in the championship game. First and second, 2 down. Top of the order, Craig Shattuck is on deck.
A lot of wiffle ball here to be played. We're just in the third.
2 outs, runners at first and second.
Got a piece of it. Justin Quinn, count remains 3-2.
Staten Island lost their first game of the tournament, Jack, and rallied to win the division. Oh! Coming home is
all the way around.
Bagley. Safer out at second really doesn't matter, Jack, as Bagley hustled in with the run.
An out, though, would have been the final out of the inning.
You're right. So it does matter.
2 outs, Craig Shattuck, top of the order.
Here's Craig Shattuck, the shortstop.
You got to give Harrington a hit there.
He's got a home run.
Oh, another
one! I'll tell you, he's been outstanding. O'Hara in left field. Another great play. But 2 runs scored, including the home run for Sean Talbot. And we go to the top half of the fourth inning. We played 3 in the championship game. Jackhammers 6, Staten Island 1.
Free drinks available up at the concession stand. If people want to stay hydrated, there's water, there's Gatorade. The cash box has been put away. If you need something to drink, head on up.
Shattuck, the last batter, Jack. That inning.
Yep.
Alan Rigotti here. Go ahead. Sorry.
Alan Rigotti will lead it off. The right fielder for Staten Island in the top of the fourth. Boy, O'Hara's been unbelievable in left field. I can't. He's made 5 or 6 great plays, diving and leaping against the wall, and Rigotti is out. And here's Tim Long, the catcher.
Gotta love that when somebody bounces a pitch to the plate, somebody yells, "Hit the cutoff." Nothing,
I didn't
whether
hear
it's
that.
baseball, wiffle ball, whatever, you're gonna hear that every now and then.
Foul, third base side to the Staten Island bench area.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
1 down, nobody on for Staten Island. Top of the fourth, Staten Island trailing the defending champ. Staten Island trailing 6-1 to the Jackhammers.
Well, you'll appreciate Jack Parker, though. When you first met him over on the deck, I went over to say hello. He's looking around at Little Field of Dreams. So
on the corner for the call strike.
It was, hey, look at the con. You know, that typical, that Somerville, Charlestown, Boston accent.
Yeah.
Eyes are in there for the call strike.
Said, hey, would we ever have a little Field of Dreams with not corn or con?
I know. I know. This is Dan Woodford, and he is retired as he pops to the shortstop. And we go now to the last half of the fourth. Jackhammers leading Staten Island 6-1 in the championship game.
6 strikeouts now for Harrington. He's got to be MVP considered for MVP as well. It's several others. Vinny Tremarco. O'Hara could be a repeat selection. You know, Matt Hayes with the Buckners had a heck of a tournament.
Have you ever given it to a team that didn't win?
Team that didn't make the finals, I'm not sure of. I know Larry Riegert, the umpire, did win it one year.
All right, John Rivers leading things off here in the bottom half of the fourth for the Jackhammers.
There one is up and over the wall and into the screen, leading it off here. John Rivers for the Jackhammers, another solo home run.
4th homer of the game for the Hammers. They're hammering it here today.
7-1, Jackhammers have opened up a 6-run lead here in the last of the fourth. Here's Joe Goggin, the center fielder. Now, he doesn't look very old. You mentioned he's the coach of the Braintree State Championship baseball team.
Assistant coach, I believe.
He's assistant coach.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't look like he's much older than the players would be.
I believe all these guys are the same age or a year apart anyway, and the youngest just graduated from college this year. The others graduated last year. Most of them graduated last year.
Run in on the home run by John Rivers. Goggin gets a piece of it, stays alive.
All right, the count is full.
7-1, Jackhammers here in last of the fourth inning.
Tell you what, another player we had, another celebrity we had on Friday, first time here, was Tom Messner.
Oh.
Not the weatherman, the chief meteorologist at WPTZ. And
Joe Goggin draws the walk.
tell you what, we had great weather all weekend. We ought to have a weatherman or a meteorologist every celebrity game.
John Talbot, who homered his last time up, is to the plate now, third baseman, with Goggin drawing the walk. We haven't really had a year in Rutland where we've had any thunderstorms that didn't actually came in and crackled, but we did have one yesterday, and the power went out three different times.
And
First one
just
all year,
north
really.
of you, the Middlebury area, Lake Dunmore has been whacked all year long.
Ground ball to second. Marco, and they don't hang on at second. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
Geez, they don't get the out. Fielder's choice for
Jackhammers
Talbot
looking to blow this one wide open here in the fourth inning. First and second, nobody out as Kevin Leiden is up.
It's when the great outfield defenses really kept it at 7-1, Jack, too.
Yeah.
Robbed of a home run, although the runner did score, and then O'Hara in left field taking away a few hits.
And they don't make the play there, and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, just didn't have enough to roll foul. The spin was heading toward the first base line, but not enough.
Tom Prado is up. He's had a 3-run homer, and he's up there with the bases loaded. He's looking to put his club further ahead, already leading 7-1.
Ooh, that's deemed a ball. Rather fast. Radar gun by Larry Rieger behind us. Not sure what the speed is. It was too fast, I guess.
You know, what is it, over a certain speed? They call it a ball. Prado to pass the shortstop, and a run scores. It's now 8-1. 2 runs have scored. The bases are loaded. Everybody moves up a place. Prado with his 4th RBI of the game.
Bases remain loaded.
Here's Matthew Bagley.
So in the playoffs, Jackhammers scored 9 against the Crusaders, 6 against the Spartans. Good pitching by Craig Hess for the Spartans. Really one of the better pitchers in tournament history on the mound. They've really teed off so far. As you mentioned, really ready to break it open. 2 runs in this inning to make it 8-1. It was the Spartans that defeated Staten Island. Well, Spartans defeated Beef to get things going in the tournament. Staten Island lost to, I have it right here. I'll look it up and get it right on, Jack. It was the Green Mountain Moose with a 4-2 win in extras. It snapped Staten Island's 6-game winning streak carrying over from last year.
That's hammered to center, and the throw to second, not in time there, and a couple of runs will score. And
safe at second.
Jackhammers have runners at first and second.
Geez, they're hitting the ball hard too, Jack, through the infield.
And it's now 10-1.
2 more ribbies for Bagley.
Tim Harrington, the pitcher, steps in.
Still nobody out. Here's Harrington. It's deep to center and gone.
A 3-run shot from Tim Harrington.
3-run homer for Harrington, the pitcher, and the Jackhammers have blown this one wide open. It's 13-1 Jackhammers. 7 across here in the 4th inning and still nobody out. Well, it's funny the way that one curved. It was heading toward the center field bleachers and actually carried over the wall in left center. Here's Justin Quinn. Tyrone knocks it down. Throw to first. Not in time. Another base runner.
Yeah. 5 home runs first 4 innings for the Jackhammers.
Craig Shattuck to short, to second for 1, and they do get 1, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's John Rivers. He led off the inning with a home run, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did twice.
John Rivers pops it up.
And that had the spin on it. It goes foul.
Enough spin there, yeah. Jack Shattuck to our side. Big neighborhood. Nickname.
Second base.
Marco makes the play.
They got the double play.
Did they get the runner going towards second? I think they did, yeah. 7 across for the Jackhammers in the 4th inning. Still, are they going to... They are going to call it a double play. 7 across, and after 4, it is the Jackhammers 13 and Staten Island 1. So Staten Island has some work to do, the defending champ here, coming up in the top half of the 5th inning.
Just got to chip away at it. I mean, and then close the door on the Jackhammers offense.
All right, Matt Long going to start things off here for the Yankees.
Matt Long, the shortstop. Joe Tyrone will follow, and then Tremarco top of the order for Staten Island here in the 5th inning.
1 is the count.
Harrington with the grand slam. He's struck out 6 so far.
That ball is ripped.
And that's high off the wall, so that's a start for Matt Long. Or was Harrington's a 3-run homer? It was a 3-run homer.
3-run homer, you're right. I beg your pardon, Jack.
Joe Tyrone is up.
Breaking ball, strike 1.
Way out in front of that one.
Yeah, he couldn't hold off. Jackhammers putting a phone number on the scoreboard, 402 area code.
Now, if you come up with that off the top of your head, you are a genius.
I've heard that before. I've used it before. I know that.
Popped to short. Making the play easily for the Hammers. Craig Shattuck, one down. Top of the order, Vinny Tremarco. Hunter at first, one down here for Staten Island in the top half of the fifth inning.
Well, there was a year in baseball which I eliminated from my memory. I vaguely remember 1978 when the New York American League team came into Fenway in September, and I believe they called the number on the scoreboard what New York had put on the board.
I went to one of those games. I think I went to the first one, that 4-game series. I'm trying to forget.
Well, a lot of things happened since then. Recently,
of course, my friends say, "Okay, we got 27. You got 8.
Whatever.
Call
what
me
you done
when
for
you,
me lately? New century. You know.
Call me when you catch up. Or,
right.
That's deep but foul.
Tell you what, they're way better at shortstop this year. They're defensively way better because of at shortstop.
Well, I got one in the hole anyway. 2004 was worth about 35 of them.
Yes.
So. Plus, we know they have 27.
You know, the Red Sox, right? The Red Sox they've lost some bad ones, but they've never lost one where they've led 3-0 in the series.
And that is gone.
See, that's what they need to do. Vinny Tremarco with the 2-run homer.
That's a start.
Yep.
It's now 13-3, Jackhammers. Of course, I also feel like, geography is the number one reason probably why you're a fan of a team, but second is success.
Joe Rigotti, the third baseman.
Here's Joey Rigotti, who's got a home run himself. And, unless you come from New York, Connecticut, maybe parts of New England and New Jersey, the 27 championships is the reason why.
Right.
I mean, that came first, and then you became a fan. But,
Well, in the old 8-team league and two 8-team leagues.
High and deep and foul.
No salary cap. Big stadium, a lot of money for bonuses. It was not really a fair fight. Some teams didn't care either, like half of them. And pre-integration, you really have to look at that as well.
Exactly.
Shortstop fires over to Prado at first. Nice play.
That's the nice play by the shortstop, Shattuck, 2 down.
Yeah, on the Jackhammer side with the big lead now, 13-3, just getting outs, really. Limit them to 2 an inning. Got O'Hara here.
Drilled all the way to the wall. Hustles in. Nice base hit by John O'Hara. Keeping things alive with 2 outs here.
John O'Hara has been superb in the field and hit a grand slam earlier today in a quarterfinal game. And here's Eric Long. If you want to talk just about a coincidence, Staten Island's playing here. Just as a personal note, I don't know what it is. It's coincidence or what, but my wife had a cousin that grew up in Brooklyn, and the line to left, off the wall. O'Hara stops at second, and on with a long single is Eric
Staten
Long.
Island, speaking of the Staten Island on the field, Jack, they're looking for the big inning right here and trying to keep things going.
The right fielder, Alan Rigotti.
Here's Alan Rigotti. So to make a long story short, she hadn't seen him since she was about 6 years old and kind of lost contact with him and knew he lived in Staten Island. Called the Staten Island newspaper, and they made a story out of it saying she had a picture of him and everything. And
says founder.
And to make a long story short, the article in the Staten Island newspaper, he was told about it and everything, and it's a run down to right center field is Alan Rigetti.
So was there a reunion out of the deal, Jack?
Goggin ran it down as we go to the last of fifth, 13-3 Jackhammers. Just to quickly, she got together. He's coming up in September. They've been writing emails. I just got an email. It's to my email. I just got an email from him. He lives in New Jersey now, but it was the Staten Island newspaper. It was one of those. I haven't seen him in years and years since we were kids, and mix up. And she wasn't sure what his last name was because of marriages and so forth. But And I'm thinking, I just got the email now. My cell
How about
phone
that?
just
Coincidental.
and right when we're playing Staten Island here, or not we. I mean, I'm not on the Jackhammers team. But
Well,
when
we're watching Staten
Yeah,
Island.
we're watching Staten Island. Nice story. That Staten Island newspaper is a nice newspaper. It comes out every day. It's better than
Staten
the
Island
Daily
Advance.
News and the Post,
It
I'll tell you
certainly
that.
is. I have a good friend of mine, Bob Olivari, who lives in Staten Island off of Forest Avenue. And he near Castle and Corners, where these guys grew up, but not far from there, where neighborhood in Staten Island. There's some parts of Staten Island, Jack, that you don't know you're in the city of New York.
Sure.
You think you're in Rutland or
Goggin.
Burlington.
Over to first. Nice play by Staten Island.
Nice play by the Staten Island shortstop, Matt Long. One down here. Last of the
I
fifth.
think he beat
Where
it
did
out.
they called it. Okay. They did call him.
Foot off the
He
bag.
was safe.
Sean Talbot, the batter.
There's Sean Talbot, who hit a home run in this game. You know, there's a high school in Staten Island called New Dorp High School, Staten Island. MSJ in Rutland used to play them.
No kidding.
Yeah, they popped to the second baseman, Tremarco. Because there was a coach way back that coached at MSJ and went to Staten Island. And
Yeah,
so
I think
they
he played football at the University of Vermont, too. Was
Yes,
his name
I'll-
Tierney?
No, I'll think of that.
There's a longtime coach at one of the Staten Island high
Yeah,
schools from UVM named Tierney.
It's not, I can't think of the coach's name off
Yeah.
the top of my head. But New Dorp played the single wing. This was back in the early 70s. New Dorp High School in Staten Island played MSJ, which is here in Vermont, Boakes, Mount St. Joseph Academy down in Rutland. Talked about them a lot when the sports were playing, since they had a couple of MSJ grads.
Draws the walk.
Yeah, there's the
First and
walk.
second now with one out. Tom Fratto standing in for the Jackhammers.
Goggin goes to second. On to first.
Fratto with 4 runs batted in. He's reached base.
It's ripped off the wall, and the throw gets away. The bases are loaded with one down.
Brings up Matthew Bagley.
He's 3 for 3. Fratto.
Leiden got on. He's at second. At third is Goggin. At first is Fratto. Bases loaded. Matthew Bagley.
Yeah, Matt Bagley, we talked about him before the game. He was a soccer goalie at Braintree High and then basketball as well. Played soccer goalie at Bridgewater State, led them to the NCAA tournament his senior year. He and Craig Shattuck. I believe Shattuck was a midfielder or a back. Talked about playing Amherst College and men's soccer. Amherst, a perennial power.
You know, it was down for the Final Four in the NESCAC, and that is
Sack
picked off
fly.
by the center fielder, and the runner tags.
Good
As
hustle
Goggin
there.
Going to third.
tags and scores.
Kevin Leiden.
And
Two
it's
outs now.
14-3. Jackhammers, the
Tim Harrington up.
runner at second, moves up to third. That's Leiden, and Fratto remains at first. And here's Harrington.
Oh!
Nice play by the
Colburn.
first baseman, Colburn. That retires the side. A run across for the Jackhammers. And we played 5 in the championship game at Little Fenway. Jackhammers 14, Staten Island 3. And to take you over the final 2 toward the crowning of a champion, Bruce Bosley. And we also have a new total.
Yeah, new total of $4,000 of silent auction items still waiting for checkout. The total without that is $546,023. Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable.
All right, here we go.
Unbelievable.
Top of the sixth inning. Tim Long, the batter for Staten Island.
Sue Bentlich running the silent auction. Silent auction online. We had the links near the video. Kind of redirects as well. And silent auction online and in-house. And I think we did very, very, very well. If they're looking for $4,000 for people to check out, that's as much. Oh, my gosh, Jack. That one's way gone by Tim Long.
Solo shot from Tim Long.
On the home run to left field. That went around the foul pole and probably landed in Kenmore Square somewhere. That one was crushed.
Nobody out. Dan Woodford is the batter.
Dan Woodford now at the DH, 0 for 2. Woody Woodford. He gets it ahead of Harrington offering himself and lines it foul to left field for strike one. 1-1. He hits this one deep to left field. This one is gone. Back-to-back jacks.
Tim Long's home run with one of his own.
And Woodford makes it a 14-5 game. Fourth homer of the day for Staten Island. But fortunately for the Hammers, all three of their 4 home runs have been solo shots. Without an out, though, Staten Island looking to get outs. They need 6 more for the title. This one's hit deep to center, and this is off the wall. Going for a double is Matt Long. He keeps the line going with a double to center field. And Joe Tyrone will come to the plate with a runner in scoring position.
Runner at second base, nobody out. Brings up the pitcher, Joe Tyrone.
So all of a sudden, new life, Jack, over in the Staten Island bench. One and one now on Tyrone. Or excuse me, 1 and 2. Now 2 and 2. Harrington got right ahead. Three and 2 now. Is Harrington falling behind? Nobody out. 2 runs in. Matt Long on second base. Tyrone at the plate. Swings and misses. Strike 3 for the first out.
Harrington gets him swinging. 1 down now.
That's 7 strikeouts now for Harrington. Top of the order, Vinny Tremarco at the plate.
Tremarco the batter.
Watch the aggressive base running here by Long. Staten Island patent. Haven't had many base runners. They've all solo homers or 2-run homer as well. Fouls this one in the circle. Harrington ahead in the count, 1 and 2. One in the first.
Breaking ball from Harrington.
Another strikeout. Or no, that's strike 2, beg your pardon. 2 and 2, the count. 1 out. This one's hammered left field. It gets through. And it'll be first and third. It'll be second and third.
That's what Staten Island did last year. Aggressive on the base pass.
That's what they've done every year, Jack.
Yeah,
yes, they
exactly.
have. Yeah. Double there by Tremarco. So runners at second and third for Joey Rigotti. Grounder. They throw. They get the runner at the plate. Almost get the runner at third. Rigotti chugs into second base. So 2 outs and still runners at second and third. Outfield assist, nailing the runner down the line. So Long is put out.
Runners at second and third for
And still runners at second and third. 3 straight doubles, and they haven't scored a run. But John O'Hara could have something to do with that. 2 outs now. Looks like official scoring rules in baseball, you give him a single on that play, Jack, because they didn't gain the other base. He was out.
Right.
We find that out in the New York Penn League when everything weird happens, usually at once. Ooh, swung on and missed, strike 2. And O'Hara walks to load the bases. Eric Long at the plate, 2 in.
Well, a home run here would make it really interesting.
Yes, it would.
along the batter.
basketball terms, they're trying to make it a one-possession game. That means they'll be able to get the tying run to the plate in the 7th just to get a couple guys on. So they're trying to get the lead. They're tied as well. Grounded to third, and he touches third, the third baseman there. Nice play by Talbot. He had time and made the play. Long retired on the fielder's choice. Out of danger is Staten Island with just the 2 solo homers, Jack. They're giving up 5 hits in the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. One more shot for Staten Island. We've got a 14-5 game, and this is where the Jackhammers have answered every inning with a run. They scored in every inning but the 2nd, I believe. Yes, they've scored in every inning but the 2nd.
All right, here we
Justin
go.
Quinn will start it off.
Jackhammers send Justin Quinn, the catcher, up to bat.
I think the word is with the warm weather this weekend, some of the teams were saying that instead of Little Field of Dreams, Pat should have copied the Arizona ballpark with a pool in the outfield. And this one's hit deep and gone, and they do answer with a run, with a home run. Justin Quinn. Homers to left field. That's the 6th homer for the Jackhammers by 6 different players, Jack.
Wow.
And one of them is Craig Shattuck, and he hits one straight up in the air.
Nice play out there.
Making the play is Eric Long.
That was Craig Shattuck.
You want to talk about a balanced attack.
There in center field
It's been
by Eric
the
Long.
Jackhammers today. Score now 15-5, make it 16-5. Well, there's one player who's gone deep twice, John Rivers, his 2nd homer of the game.
John Rivers, second one of the ball game.
7th of the game.
Well, they got 2 of those runs quickly back.
All right, 1 out. Joe Goggin is the batter.
Grounded to short, Goggin retired.
Nice play by the Yankees. 2 down.
2 down, 2 in with the 2 solo homers, 2 more solo homers here in the 6th. I'd have to say that I've seen Joe Tyrone pitch a lot in the 5 or 6 years I've been involved here, and never like this.
Yeah.
Rich Colburn
2 retire the side.
tags the bag. 2 runs on 2 more homers for the Hammers. We go last call for Staten Island. We go to the 7th, and it's a 16-5 game. 3 outs away are the Jackhammers of their 3rd tournament championship. They will tie the Boston Beef, the record 3rd championship.
So the Beef would have has 3. They would have 3. Staten Island's got 2.
All right, here we go. Home half, or top of the 7th inning.
Alan Rigotti, Tim Long, and Woody Woodford due up for Staten Island. Tim Harrington on the mound, 3 outs away. And this one's hit deep to center. Do they have enough? And it's a base hit. 2 players collide. Center fielder Goggin and the left fielder Rivers. And hustling into second with the double is Rigotti, his first hit of the day. First hit of the game. Tim Long at the plate. Swings and misses.
On the outside corner.
7 strikeouts for Harrington today, Jack.
Make it 8.
Make it 8, yep.
All right, gets him swinging.
Woody Woodford now at the plate. Staten Island, one of the original 7 teams. The Jackhammers, I believe, have been, this might be their 10th tournament. 9th or 10th tournament. Cleaning off the trophy behind us. Runner will go to third, and now will score, come around to score. And Woodford, Rigotti hustles in. They didn't get the out on Woodford. He reaches on an error.
Put another run on the board here in the top half of the 7th.
Matt Long now at the plate with runner on first, one down. Hit to third. They go to second for one. They get one. They get it. 5-4. Woodford's retired, and last call for Staten Island. And they're down to their last out. Joe Tyrone at the plate. Long at first base. Swing and a miss. Strike one. This one's hit toward left. And he makes the catch. Is Joe Rivers, and the Braintree-based Jackhammers are your 2015 Travis Roy Foundation champions with a 16-5 win. They rally around Jack Shattuck, their captain, and for the third time in history, the second time in 4 years, they win the championship. And they avenged last year's defeat over Staten Island with a 16-5 win.
Well, great working with you.
Always a pleasure, Jack. We'll try to get an interview here quick, and we'll sign off. But thanks for joining us, Jack, here at the 2015 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament. $546,023. With some just under $550,000 raised this weekend. Jack, thanks very much for your efforts. We'll try to get a post-game interview, and we'll stick with us for the awards ceremony here at Little Fenway. Thanks a lot, Jack.
Real quick, the money total. There's still $4,000 to be collected for silent auction, but without that amount, the money total is $546,000 for this weekend. Thank you, thank you. I'd also like to congratulate the Beef. They're our top fundraising team. They had to
quick
leave
word
early.
here with.
If you see them, give them another high five for an outstanding.
Quick word with Craig Shattuck. Here,
Craig,
you won another one. It seems like every 3 years you guys pull it off. How many years you been in a tournament? 9 years now?
This is our 9th.
Yeah. But you guys ran over to your brother Jack. You do it for him. We do it for Travis. Just under $550,000. Can you believe it?
How can a good thing get this much better? But every single year.
Well, anyway, congratulations, Craig, and go join your teammates out there. Quick interview with you, and enjoy it with the trophy again. There you go.
Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament. The Jackhammers and their captain, Jack Shattuck. Congratulations. If each of you guys could pick up a champion T-shirt and a trophy, an individual trophy, that'd be great.
You guys can trade sizes after. Congratulations. Nice game. Nice pitching, Tim. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, we have one more announcement to make, and that is the most valuable player for the 2015 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffle Ball Tournament. And the most valuable player is Tim Harrington from the Jackhammers. Okay, Travis is going to see the Jackhammers up by the Rocket Champions for a team photo. To everyone here, again, thank you, and we'll see you next August.